Hey everybody, welcome back.
Is that... How long is that? Did you wait till I flush or something?
Yeah.
You did?
Yeah.
Okay. Is this staying in?
I don't know.
Well, I guess we'll find out. Oh boy. What if I had something I wanted to say to you before we started? And then good morning.
Good morning. Hey everybody, we're back.
You excited for this episode, Tim?
Guys, this episode's gonna be fucking lit.
This episode's gonna be a morning one.
This episode's fucking crazy.
Like they all are.
Like they all will be forever now. Never gonna change it. Never gonna change it.
Well, that might not be the case, and we'll discuss that
Never
after
gonna
the
change
podcast.
it. Never gonna
Change it. Never gonna change it. Never gonna change it. Never gonna change. Oh, Tim.
What'd you do this week?
Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning. Hey, it rained a lot.
It rained a lot.
And then now it's like kind of sunny, kind of wet.
It does that here. You ever notice it rains like for like 15 minutes and then it's like, what do you mean rain?
Yeah. I
do
wish
you
it
mean
would
rain?
just stay overcast.
Yeah, or something.
Like, I love the rain. Sometimes it's too much, but I like the rain. But when it stops raining, it's like, yeah, it's immediately like, yeah, now it's sunny and hot. And I'm like, bro, you should have just stayed overcast, all right?
Yeah, I don't want
Keep them clouds up there, fucker.
People say that the rain is supposed to cool it down, and I've yet to see that around here.
Yeah, no, here it just makes it worse.
It makes it humid.
Yeah,
Because
the humidity goes way up.
It goes, hey, I think it's starting to cool down a bit. Let's bring that boy up. This episode's brought to you by silence. You ever wanted to be quiet? Shut up. And then you want to aim and get it, got give it up, yeah, mama say, your mama said I want to give up about it. What
It is.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
Yeah. You ever watch Storage Wars?
Yeah, Storage Wars.
You remember that guy?
Yup.
Remember how he had a hat that said it? That was terrible.
Yeah.
That was terrible.
Best show.
Apparently that show was scripted.
It's not surprising.
It's the least surprising, but...
Yeah, of course it is.
But it's like... But also, it's like, why would you script that guy?
Yeah, also you could have just not scripted it.
But I get it. It was entertaining to people. It was insane.
A couple times. I didn't hate it, but it's one of those things where I would never be like, oh man, I want to watch that. You know?
Yeah.
Like it's just my grandma would have it on and I'd be like, okay.
I feel like A&E is just filled with shows that are like that.
Yeah.
Just reality shows that are like, all right, well, it wasn't my idea to have this.
Yeah.
To have this on or have this be a show, but
there it is.
I'm not changing the channel, I guess.
Yeah. I guess I'll leave it here.
That's A&E. I guess I'll leave it here. Simony?
Yeah,
Sympathy?
That's right.
What have you been prepping?
Thanks, baby, for the lead.
I've been prepping for this Cake concert. I'll tell you what. I've been listening to so much Cake.
Horny shit right there.
What?
Horny on my dick.
You're horny?
Yeah.
Did I interrupt something coming in and doing the
Cake. You texted me about that Cake concert, and I walked out into like the main area that I do my job, and I'm like, guys, Cake.
Did you say that to me last week?
Oh, yeah, probably did. How long has it been?
Merry Christmas. Oh, well, it's only been a week since we recorded.
Well,
a little over a week. Technically. Is that trombone? You can't get that low.
synthetic brass.
Ooh, I hate that one. I hate that one. Ooh, that one's one that I hate. That one feels like a leather couch.
Yeah.
That one is like a leather couch in my ears. God.
Yeah.
I think the show didn't jump the shark, it jumped the ocean.
Yeah. I can't wait for Cake, man.
I'm excited about it.
It's weird to me. I bought tickets for the Deer Hunter concert that I'm going to. And I bought those like a month ago. I just bought tickets for the Cake concert.
Yeah.
I'm seeing the Cake concert in like a few weeks.
Yeah, that is. What date was that again? Did you see?
The 13th of
13th.
September.
I thought it was.
And the Deer Hunter I'm not seeing until like mid-October.
Yeah.
I'm like, that's so far away.
That is very far. But
hey.
Body.
Yeah.
Well, I didn't know that the Cake concert was happening until
That's right.
sooner. I forgot that. You know what happened?
What?
I actually was just like, oh yeah, Cake. Are they on tour
What are they
at all?
doing?
Because I've checked so many times,
Yeah.
and they're usually like not,
Right.
and at least not around here if they ever are.
Yeah.
And then I saw that they were around here, and I was like, I don't know how many times I've checked this website, but this is the first time I've seen this.
Yeah.
So we gotta now go.
Bruh. Yeah.
Right.
Right.
Right. What did you name last week's episode? I saw it for a second.
I don't remember. I have no idea.
But I remember walking away from the episode being like, I don't know what you could name that. I don't know what the name of that one's going to be, but I guess we'll find it.
I named it Schwab in the Place. Because that's what the Schwab is the place. I named it that because we were talking. You made up a fake language called Fischnicht, which I put in the description.
Oh, dude!
And you said that it was from Schwab. That's where they speak that.
Oh, damn!
Yeah, it was a quick little bit, but it was in the middle. And I was like, perfect.
At least it's in the middle.
Perfect.
You want to do bits that are in the middle?
I like bits in the middle.
Because you do a bit that's at the beginning, they go, oh, well, that's this.
I guess
that's
I don't
the
need
peak.
to listen to the rest of this. Yeah. I know what it's about now.
And you don't want to, and when it's in the middle, it doesn't make them feel like, if it's not a good bit,
Yeah.
it doesn't make them feel like they wasted their time.
Right.
Like if the bit's at the very end and it wasn't that good, you're like, wow, I just wasted my whole podcast.
Right. Yeah, that's right. I wasted a pod. Tide.
Merry Christmas. Thimblethie. Well, I'll tell you what, man. It's been a hell of a week. I'll tell you what.
Tell me about
It's
it.
been a hell of a week, and they're just flying by. Who's telling me to have this week fly by?
Me.
You. Remember what you say? Now, what did you say? Now, what did you say, Tim? Alright. Okay.
Tell me about your week.
Not in my week. Well, maybe I should talk about it on the podcast, but I'm
You
just
don't-
like,
you can.
I don't know.
You don't have to.
This is strange. This is strange because I don't want to say anything and then because I don't know what it pertains to the future. You hear that?
No,
Oh,
no, I didn't hear
I must not have heard.
Yeah, I think that was your
I hope that
imagination.
wasn't another fucking portal. I really
No, I don't think they sound like that.
no.
I think they sound more like... No, I'm just
They've been at bay, and I don't know what's keeping
Yeah.
them at bay. But I guess that's none of my business.
Yeah, well, they like to hang out at bay. There are lots of drinks there.
Bear light.
Bay. What?
Tim, I'm gonna be. I see. I don't even want to say it right now because I don't. Something could happen and make it not happen.
All right.
But I'm gonna be moving to Lexington,
Oh, fuck.
Kentucky.
Shit in the boys. Shit inside my boys.
Isn't that fun? Now I'm
Shit
saying it on the
in my
podcast,
mouth.
but that's
Shit
entertaining.
in my mouth.
That's what I've been doing this week.
Poop in my mouth.
Moving
Dale.
to Lexington. No, not really.
Okay.
But
Don't poop in my mouth, please.
I won't poop in your mouth.
Yeah.
What are we talking about?
Shit in my mouth.
Oh.
You're moving to Lexington? Maybe.
Well, the maybe
Like,
is
probably, maybe, definitely.
it's almost
Definitely,
definitely unless something.
Definitely, maybe.
It's a definite.
Definitely, maybe. What happened? What happened?
Well, Emma got a promotion.
Oh, who's Emma?
We'll be right back.
She got her promotion. Well, congratulations to Emma.
Congratulations,
That's
Emma.
fucking crazy.
She got a promotion for her job.
What is she, big boss lady now?
She's moving up to
She
that.
on top of the world?
Well, not quite, but
right.
she's moving up.
Yeah.
She's moving on up.
Getting more of those dollars.
But in order to move up,
Yeah. Got to move out.
gotta move to a new location in Lexington. And she was like, I think I'm gonna do that.
Well,
And I was like, I'm here. That's where I'll go. I'll figure it out.
Yeah.
I'll figure it out from there. And so I've been just trying to figure things out from there and see what I'm gonna do.
fair enough.
Yeah.
That's a big change.
That's a big change.
I mean,
And I
like,
hope
of the places to move, Lexington's not as far as a lot of places are from here. Most places are farther from here than Lexington. But
and to avoid throwing her under the bus for anything, that was my decision to move out.
I figured.
I know you.
Yeah.
I knew you knew that, but
Yeah.
I just want to.
Yeah, everybody else out there.
I don't
She's
want
not
anyone
making him move.
No, I don't want anyone getting any thoughts, being like, "Well, what's he do? How's that?" But no, we
I
talked
don't
about
want
it.
anyone getting any.
We talked about it.
Yeah.
You don't want anyone getting any?
Nobody should be getting any
Getting any what?
thoughts, I guess. Was this what you said?
Well, how are you
That's what
going to
said.
keep it? I guess
Yeah.
that's fair.
That's what you said.
All right, now we're going
All
to
right.
throw me under the
Okay,
bus.
you're under the bus now. What are you? Is this exciting? Are you excited?
Yeah, yes.
Hell yeah, you
And
are.
I mean, I
You're
I
gonna
don't.
be getting out of that fucking that place.
Which one?
The place you're in, the place you live. That place is not great, and
The
you're
place I
gonna
live?
be getting out of there. Yeah.
What makes you say that?
Mold. Mold.
Did I say this stuff or did you say?
Mold.
No, Emma said this stuff.
Emma said this stuff, but I saw it when I was at your place. Like, I looked up and I was like, well, that's mold.
That's fair. That is fair. There is mold.
And if
in
I
there.
can see it when I'm there for 20 minutes, it's not good.
20 minute.
Probably bad.
Yeah, it's not
Probably
good.
bad.
It is bad that it's
cool.
there.
It was a cool place. I'm not gonna lie. Very cool place. Nice size. But mold no good. Gotta get out.
I mean, we were gonna move out of there anyway.
Yeah.
because we were like, and it's just kind of like it's old.
Yeah.
It's not gonna last. It's not a long term. And it sucks. Did I tell you about how it sucks to like clean the floors? Did I tell you about
yeah,
that?
you did.
Yeah. I don't know if it was on the podcast or not, but it sucks to clean those floors. Dirty. They're just dirty forever. And I can't, no matter how much I sweep and wipe her down.
Yeah. Wipe that floor. It's still dirty.
I can make it look clean, but you pick your feet up and you're like, why is there fucking shit all over my foot?
Yeah.
Bro?
Yeah.
It's because I step in poop all the time.
Yeah.
No, Tim, yeah. And so I've just been deciding, like, what am I going to do? Am I going to keep doing this, like, electrician stuff? I just kind of started that.
Right.
So
Yeah, that's a toughie.
am I going to drive that far to do that
Yeah, that's
job
a
every day?
commute right there.
Yeah.
especially that early. Like you'd be getting up.
And that part makes me want to.
I mean, on the bright side, with you getting off at like 3, right? You would, you'd be home without it being like late.
Yeah.
But the early in the morning part is the bad.
Yeah.
That's the bad one.
I already have to get up an hour and a half, or I have to be there at 7. I get up at 5:30.
Yeah.
Because it just takes me forever to get ready.
Yeah, so getting up early than that, that's
and it's an hour and a half drive there, so I would leave at 5:30.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, that's no.
No, it's a no.
But
that might be a no-go.
Yeah, that might be a no-go.
But we'll see. Because they might have jobs out near Lexington that I'd primarily be going to. Because I know that happens, but I don't know. We might move to somewhere that's like in between the two places. We don't know.
Right.
We were looking at places, but there's not a whole lot of options in the budget.
Yeah.
Because it's hard being under 30. In this day and age, in this economy.
Yeah.
If you didn't go to college.
What's this economy?
If you didn't go to college for something that will make you lots of money after college.
Yeah.
I don't know, meow out there. Did you hear that meow?
Yeah. She's
Which
always
one was
meowing.
it?
It's Olivia.
It's definitely Olivia.
Yeah. 100%.
100% Olivia.
100% Olivia.
But it's like, you ever notice that? It's like it kind of sucks because, you can't really. I mean, you can. It's just gonna you're gonna need lots of help after going into a job that you might want to do, but you need a college degree, but it doesn't make as much money as other places do. Like if I wanted to go into wildlife biology or zoology or something like that, the starting positions for that are they don't make much more than what I'm making right now.
Yeah.
They really don't.
Yeah, you have to really want to do that. And you almost need to be in a lucky situation where you are going to graduate debt free. You almost need to have that. Yeah. And there are ways to do that, but
there's ways to minimize debt,
Well, yeah, and if you did something like the UPS shit where they pay for your, but that's a nightmare.
That's a nightmare, and then there's some financial aid, but you have to apply for it and do a lot of stuff for it and qualify for it.
Yeah.
So it's
yeah, so that's hard. It's hard to want to do that. You have to really bad want to do that kind of job to go to school to do that job.
And I haven't been loving being an electrician, I'll be honest.
Yeah, I mean, fair enough.
I haven't been loving it. So I don't know if I'm going to look for electrician stuff out there, or I still don't really know what I'm going to do.
Yeah.
I kind of was considering I talked about going into cybersecurity at that one, looking for apprenticeships and stuff.
Yeah.
I was thinking, I could just bite the fucking bullet and go into debt and and I'm already in debt, and my parents have been helping me out because of my 2 years of school that got me nothing.
Yeah.
I could just bite the bullet more and get a job in cybersecurity, which is a job that makes a lot of money once you work up there. So it's easier once you get out of school.
Yeah.
It's easier to money comes more to help pay off those things as opposed to most other jobs you get from college.
Right.
So, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I don't know what I'm going to do. And the reason why I didn't know if I wanted to say it, because I don't know I don't know how I know I'm going to try, and I'm going to we're going to have to find a way to do this.
Yeah.
But I still plan on doing it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
I just want you to know.
I mean,
things could change, but
obviously if we need to put it on hold for a bit, that's okay. Mm-hmm. But we'll let you guys know at home.
Obviously, yeah.
We'll let you guys know at home.
Yeah. Isn't this fun to listen to? Yeah. You're like, well, what?
This is crazy.
It's a bit crazy. It's crazy. It kind of came out of Schnowware.
Out of Snow.
But,
Madam Snow.
Hey, yo.
Hey, guys. Have you ever been looking for a place to buy a new door? Well, I got the place for you.
Is this a sponsor?
It's our first, our only, our one of our sponsors is it's a window into a room. It's called a door. It's just not a window. And then
Are you saying this podcast is brought to you by Doors?
the company's name is actually, it's Doors. Yeah.
It's just brought to you by Doors.
Brought to you by Doors. Yeah. If you want a door, you've probably seen them before, and we like them here.
Yeah, I mean,
I use them every day.
I mean, I've definitely been annoyed by a door, but I've never been like, this door doesn't need to be here. I don't know if I've ever said that.
I've never not used a door in the course of a day. Mm-hmm. Personally.
Yeah, no, me neither. I use a door every day.
Every day I use at least one door.
Yeah,
so,
even if I'm sitting down.
So that's they Doors and giving us money. So, all right.
Thank you so much, Doors.
Doors.
Okay.
Yeah, thank you.
Thanks, Doors. That's their jingle. You're listening to The Doors, starring Jim Mommy's son. I hate that one. I don't like that one. That's gonna make me rip my pants.
It's gonna make me creepy.
What do you think I should do for a living?
Podcast.
Oh.
No.
I would.
No.
No, it's a bad idea.
No.
Yeah.
No.
It won't.
No.
If
No.
You okay?
No. Hey, dude.
Hey.
Here's the crazy thing.
Okay.
Check it.
You took your mic out of your stand again. It's not that crazy.
All right. Yeah. Ooh.
Is he trying to sleep?
Probably.
All right.
Look at him. Look at that fucker.
Nancy bucket.
Yeah. Put your hat on, you stupid piece of shit.
He had his fedora over his face.
Stupid piece of shit. You stupid. All right. Man.
Like a dad in a hammock.
Yeah,
he had his fedora over his face so he could sleep.
Like a dad.
You okay?
All right.
Just wondering if you're okay today, Tim.
All right.
It's the same sound. That's the same sound as the other one. I don't want it. I don't want it for the rest of my life. What do you think? What's going on? What's your week been like?
I mean, different than yours.
I mean, yeah.
Different than yours.
But I bet at the same time it's not been that different.
Work has been dumb. I got a lot of coworkers that don't do their jobs right, and it makes my job harder.
Yeah.
And I have to do shit to fix what they did wrong, and I don't like that. But that's okay. Had a weird thing happen yesterday at work. One of my coworkers was quitting to become is quitting to become
an angel,
youth pastor.
Close enough.
Which is basically all of my coworkers are doing that. It's weird the place. It's the place I work. Literally, two people.
What do youth pastors get paid?
Two people have already quit to go start a church. They moved to Mexico to start a church.
Oh. And
then my cousin that works there is trying to go be a pastor at another church.
In Mexico?
In America.
Okay. But not start another one.
No. He's just trying to find one that needs a pastor. And then this guy has a church that he has been working at for a long time, and they need a youth pastor, and so he's stepping into that role. It's like everybody. It's very weird that that's what all of the people that do car wraps are trying to also do ministry, but that's fine.
But you do work at a very religious place, don't you?
Yeah, it's definitely specific to where I work. But so this guy, yesterday was his last day. Right. Well, halfway through the day, he just left. He just left.
Yeah.
Didn't tell anybody. It
was his last day.
Walked out. And here's the thing is that our bosses are very cool. And if he had just been like, yo, I got shit to do. Can I leave? They would have said,
Well, that wasn't it, I bet.
And,
I don't think it was they had shit to do.
well, I know it wasn't. But
Obviously,
fucking
yeah.
lie.
Yeah.
Like, what's wrong with you?
People don't like that interaction. People don't want to be judged, and
Well,
it's like ghosting. You know
And
what
like,
I mean?
if you just walk out, that's one thing. But he fucked up the job he was working on real bad. Didn't tell anybody, and then left.
That might have been it. He might have been like, "Fuck it, I'm out. I'm mad. I'm out." Which isn't. I'm not saying it's an
Yeah.
excuse. I'm just trying to understand.
No, you might be right,
because I
but
know
it's just like
I know I've been
it's
there.
yeah.
I've been there,
But
but I've also
the thing that I find
I've also talked to people when I am there.
the thing that I find so strange about it is like they've been working with him on his schedule like a lot. Like he was a full-time employee and he dropped down to part-time and hasn't been like pulling his weight or really doing his work or
Yeah.
anything. And they've just let him do that because they're like, well, I know he's got a lot going on with trying to do this church stuff. So they haven't said anything to him about it. They've just let him keep doing that. And it's like, dude, you had like 3 or I guess 5 more hours. You just had to stay here 5 more hours. Or tell somebody that you're leaving. Like, I guess technically he told the guy that was next to him, like he was like, I'm going away. But like the guy didn't realize that that's what was happening because he didn't explain it at all. And he also didn't say tell anybody. So I don't know. It was bad. And it's like, dude, you're planning to be a youth pastor, and this is your move.
Do you think? I'm not surprised.
Like, well, no, I'm not either. But it's just like think how that looks.
I know.
You're working with a bunch of people. Well, not a bunch of people, but people that go to your church,
Yeah.
and this is your move. Like, really? What's wrong with you?
If I'm honest, like, do you think that happened? Do you think that is a thing that always happened?
What?
Like people just up and leaving like that. Do you think that?
Yeah, I feel like, yeah.
Really? Because I hate to be like old man.
Oh, it's our generation,
boomer.
yeah.
But that's a very like
I feel like it happens more now.
with the rise of the internet and social media and stuff, and like how easy it is to like ghost someone.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Just
Yeah.
like cut all like you can just do that on like so many different in so many ways. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like leaving people on red and like just not answer. Like you could do that, but it was a lot harder back in the
Yeah.
day.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Back in the day before us, you know, but still, I wonder if that's like what causes like that.
Yeah, maybe.
Because it's just like, I don't
And it
have
was really
to.
weird too. Like he's like friends with a lot of the people that work there, which makes sense. I mean, I guess not as good of friends as they thought, because they called him, like a bunch of them called him to be like, to just ask like, are you good? Is everything all right? And he didn't answer any calls from anybody.
Wonder if he was okay.
Well, I mean, I feel like probably not, because that's a weird thing to do if you're fine. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, that's a weird thing to do if everything's going good. You know?
It is, yeah.
Like, why not? Why would you do that? I don't understand.
Yeah, so.
But
I mean.
I hope that he's doing all right. But also, like, even if he's not, just say you could just. Nobody would have been upset at all. Nobody would have cared.
Yeah. But if
you
you're-
just said something, all you had to do was say something.
But depending on the mindset of the person, like you don't know that your brain's telling you like they will say something, and you know it's different for different people. I'm not saying that it's okay.
Yeah.
I'm just saying that I do get that.
Well, like, here's my thing. If you can say, because he did say to one guy, I'm leaving. If you can say to that guy, I'm leaving, say, I'm leaving, will you tell the boss that I'm not here?
Yeah, you could do that. There's definitely
Easy.
that.
You're already talking to that dude. You're already telling him you're leaving. Just say that. And yeah, I'm sure the boss would have still been a little upset about that. But compared to how it actually went down, a lot less upset. Because they found out a couple hours before we closed that nobody was doing that job anymore, and that it was going to all need to be redone really fucked us over. So, you know, it's like, don't do that. Please don't do that.
Yeah.
I'm not saying I don't have sympathy for like I don't know what's going on with him. Maybe there's something big that happened, and I can understand that, and I have sympathy for that. But there are ways to handle when bad stuff happens.
Yes.
There are lots of ways to handle
100%.
that. So, you know, get it together a little bit.
Yeah. Yeah, it's definitely could have been handled better, but you know.
Do I know?
This podcast is brought to you by Doors.
It is. And
It's still brought to you by Doors, guys.
yeah, like that didn't change in the last 15 minutes.
I don't know where you are, but look around. There's probably a door in there.
No, I would say definitely there's a door in where you're at.
Do you remember what do you remember I asked you a question?
Doors and wheels?
Yeah, what do you think there's more of?
Yeah.
That was a one that was going around. That was
Yeah.
like a trending topic. What do you
Yeah.
think there's more of doors? There's more doors or there's more wheels?
Yeah.
What did we say it was?
Well, I think we disagreed.
I think
But what I feel like it comes down to is you know, I don't know.
because you had to define what a wheel was.
Right. Like what's a wheel and what's a door?
Like I don't want to be like a gear is a wheel, but maybe it is.
Right. Well, I would say even without that, it's still going to be close, because I would say that wheels on a Hot Wheel are still wheels.
Yeah.
And there's 4 of those on every Hot Wheel.
Yeah. But aren't
Like-
there doors on Hot Wheels?
No.
No, they don't open.
I don't think you can call it a door if it doesn't open.
Doesn't open.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Yeah.
I'll do that. But I just know there's so many doors on things.
But there are. And if you're calling cabinet doors because they're cabinet doors.
Mm-hmm.
So that's like every house has got like 20 more than you thought it did.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
And no wheels.
no wheels.
In a house.
No wheels on a house.
But
Can't drive a house.
Sometimes houses have wheels.
Sometimes houses do have wheels. That's true.
It just
And
comes
then,
down
like,
to that.
I'm looking at that cart out there that's got that hose on it. That's got wheels on it.
Does it also have a door though somewhere?
No.
Do you think?
No, it definitely doesn't.
Because that's all that matters. Like even if something has like a lot of wheels, you got to look for if there's.
And that those garbage cans right there have wheels. And I would say that a lid is not a door.
No.
So those don't have doors. And
Like
that's 4
a
more
twist,
wheels.
like a twist off lid.
No.
Or do you?
But they call it a lid on the garbage can like that.
Oh, like because it does have a hinge.
Yeah. It does have a hinge, so is it a door? But
What's the difference?
It's a lid, though.
What's the difference between that and a door, though? You know what I mean? Like if you set the garbage can on the side and opened it
the
up.
difference is that it's on a thing that's that like I don't know how to.
I feel like a
explain
lid
in a
like
way,
that.
but I feel like it's because it's like a container. It's not a. It's different than, and I know. I guess you could argue that a cabinet's a container, but I don't feel like it's the same thing. I feel like it's a lid on a container. Because if you had that on the ground and it opened into a space, it'd be a trapdoor.
And that's
So
a
it'd
door.
be a door. But it's on that, which is a container, so I feel like it's a lid.
I don't know. I
You
feel
know
like
what I'm saying? Because I feel like you can't argue that like
I think
the
doors,
flaps on a box or a door, they're not. And I feel like
A
it's
flaps on a
the
what?
flaps on like a box, like a cardboard box. Like you're not gonna say
No.
that's a door. I feel like it's the same thing in a way.
I get it, but cardboard's also like that is a part of. Well,
And I also would
Yeah,
say like this
what's-
toolbox here, I wouldn't say that the top of this is a door, but it's hinged in the same way a
I
trash
would-
can is.
See, I'm more willing to say that a garbage can in that toolbox. I'm more willing to say that those lids are doors than the cardboard one, and I'm trying to figure out why.
Yeah, I can understand that because they're hinged and
Because
like
a cardboard, that could also just not be a door because that can fold out and like that's a whole. You know what I mean?
right. But I feel like hinges don't, in and of themselves, make something a door.
No, but I
And-
just don't
and that's
know
why
what's
I'm
the,
like I wouldn't say the top of this toolbox is a door. And if we're not going to say that's a door, then I don't think that's a door on the trash cans.
Do you think doors are lids?
No.
No.
I think they're different. I
Because a
think
lid
I think
has
that
to
lids
go
are for
on
a
top.
container. No,
lid.
I don't think it's about on top. I think it's a container. I guess you could make an argument that a room is a container, but I'd say it's a different thing.
Do you know any lids where they're like on the side of something?
I mean,
that you would call it on. It's on the lid is on the side.
Eyelids.
Are eyelids doors?
Eyelids are lids, bro.
Those are lids.
Those are lids.
So do you think there's more
like
lids or more doors?
I feel like there are way more doors.
There are way more doors than lids.
Maybe.
So,
but see, then that's like, I guess a jar. Jars have lids, and there are a billion jars.
Yeah, well, I'm not. I'm willing to say a jar
Fucking
is
crazy
not.
jars.
Jars. That's not a part of it.
Well, that's
that twists.
that's what I'm saying. Like, not obviously like a hinged lid on a trash can is different than a jar lid that twists off. But if we're gonna call both of those lids, I feel like it's a different category, even though there are different types.
So, hear me out. Is it because so if you were to take this toolbox, right, and you set it up like the same position as that door, and you opened it up, right, and you go in, it's like, isn't that kind of like what a closet is, though? But it's just not attached to anything else.
Right. Well, I feel like it's a container, which, yeah, I guess a part of that is that it's not attached to anything else, but it's like, yeah. I feel like if it's something you can pick up and move and like, it's just for putting things in, it's different. Like, obviously cars have doors, but like, I feel like there's something about getting in it, or I mean, but then you got the cabinet argument. But I just feel like I feel like a container is different than a cabinet and different than a room, and because it's different than a cabinet and a room, it's a lid.
If you're listening to this, let us know. Like, what do you think? Because it's I'm curious what other people think. I honestly would consider those doors in a way. Doors, I think doors in a way are lids.
But either way, I don't know that makes there be more doors.
You don't think so? More than wheels?
I'm not sure.
Yeah, because I mean, if we're gonna do that, if we're gonna be like, okay, I think that's a door, then maybe a gear is a wheel.
Maybe.
You know what I mean? And there's a lot of those in a lot of different things.
Yeah. Well, and even if you don't consider a gear a wheel, I would say a flywheel is a wheel, and those
What's a flywheel?
It's like a. I think it's used in different things for like motion.
Okay, it's like a gear,
I don't really
kind
know how
of,
to,
but it's like more.
You don't use it to roll things around. And I would say like is a flywheel. Hold on, let me look that up.
He's gonna look that up
because I'm saying stuff and I don't know if I know what I'm talking about.
This podcast, by the way, is not brought to you by wheels.
No,
it's only brought to you by doors. So,
flywheel. Okay, yeah, a flywheel. It uses angular momentum to store energy. Yeah, a flywheel. So it is what I thought. It's a wheel that's got a part of it that's heavier than the rest of it.
Oh, okay.
So it uses that energy that's built up by that heavy part moving it around to store kinetic energy to like
power. It powers things.
Yeah.
Okay. So it's in like.
And I would say that's a wheel. I mean, it's got wheel in the name.
I wouldn't argue with that.
But it's like you don't think about something like that.
No, you don't.
And I would say that I don't know if you could make this argument, but a pulley is closer to a wheel than a gear is. So if gears are on the fence, I'd say pulleys are wheels. You know what I mean?
I'd have to see. Like, aren't there a bunch of different kinds of pulleys?
Yeah.
Pulley.
But I feel like they're all
like they got
pretty
wheels
similar.
That's all. That's where if we're gonna be technical like that, that makes me ask the question like, well, do they have something that could be considered a door on them? You know what I mean? And how many of those,
Yeah.
Especially on all those contraptions.
See, that's where I'm like, I feel like most of the things that you would argue that there's a door on it are gonna have like one. Like, obviously a car is an exception. Cars have 4 doors, but cars have 4 wheels too, so they kind of cancel out. Some cars have 2 doors, so it's like, but then you get the argument, is a hood a door?
And that's back to where you think that's a lid.
Yeah.
And I'm like, But I don't know. I feel like a lid can be a door if it's not a twist. If it's got a hinge, that's what I'm at. Like if there's a hinge, you know what I mean? And obviously, I mean, do those what are those kinds of doors that you have back there? What are those called? Those are the not French. What are those? The pull-out closet doors that do the folding door? I don't know. Is there hinges on that?
No. Well, yeah, I guess there are hinges in the middle. Of the,
yeah.
But
and then there's barn doors.
Yeah. And those don't have hinges.
Those don't have hinges, but they do have wheels.
They do have wheels.
What? So it's like, what is that? What is a barn door then? Because
well, see, that's where I feel like your hinge argument is not. That's not what makes it a door.
Yeah, no, it's just that.
It's covering like an opening into like a space. Mm-hmm. And I feel like you could make an argument that a container has space in it, but I feel like it's different.
What would you call on your circuit things?
Yeah,
like on a circuit. A panel, right? And you open that thing up. Do you think that's a lid or a door?
I'd say that's probably a door, but it kind of defeats my argument about the. I don't know.
Does it have to be upright?
I feel like it's like a stationary thing, and it's like the fact. And I know that gets fucked up with stuff like cars, but
how about this? There's only one exception. It's gotta be something that opens up outwards, not like an upwards thing,
right,
or a downwards thing, unless it is a trap door.
Right.
Is that what you're thinking?
Yeah.
Like a trap door into a space or something.
Yeah, I feel like it's the space thing that really makes it.
But how much space? That's kind of the question. I don't know if this is interesting at all, but I love this. It's my favorite thing.
What's the difference between a lid and a door? Well,
what does Google say?
That's what I'm trying to find out.
And Google doesn't know everything, but they'll fucking act like they do. Fucking Google. Fucking large number.
Okay, so this on WikiDiff says
WikiDiff?
Yeah. The difference between a lid and a door is that a lid is the top cover of a container, while a door is an entry point for a building, room, or vehicle.
So, top cover of a container.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's why cabinets it doesn't defeat. Those might be a container, but they open outwards. They're not on the top.
Right.
But that's just where it comes down to. So it's like, what is a trapdoor? Is that a container? And I don't think it is a container.
Right.
That is, it's too big.
Trapdoor is still a door.
I think there is a size for containers.
But I think this does vote in favor of my trash can has not got a door on it.
So, are there things that exist like big old, you know those big like trailer type things, those big metal like trailers that are like long. They kind of look like they're on a semi or something, but they don't have wheels or anything. They're just like storage units, right? What if they had a door on top? Is that a container now? Is that a lid? I think it might be.
It might be a lid. Might be a lid because we do call those containers, but since they're on the side, they're still doors.
Yeah,
for something like that.
Interesting.
All right.
It's fair. I can get behind it now. They explained it in a way that's like the same way you explained it, but
different a little bit. Yeah.
But I wouldn't be. I mean, I think it's just the reason that gets me is I'm like, well, what if I just drop kicked the fuck out of it and it knocked down and then you open it? You know what I mean? Yeah. It's like, well, then what is it?
Yeah. But I think you could make an argument like, well, it's still the top of it. Like, you may have changed its physical location in space, but that doesn't make the top of this toolbox not the top of it.
Or does
it's
it?
Like, yeah, I think
it's what
it
was meant to be the top of it. But now
I feel like that's where I think that's where the importance is placed. Like, what was intended to be the top, where the top is like supposed to be. Yeah.
But who are we to decide that?
We're not.
We are not the people.
The people.
Me and you are not.
We're not the people.
Who are they to decide?
Yeah.
we gotta stop. We gotta talk about something else.
All right, we could talk about something different.
But that is something that kept us talking.
Fucking.
You want to talk about fucking?
Yeah.
No, you don't.
Yeah, no, I don't.
No, you don't, Tim.
I hate that.
You hate fucking.
I hate talking about it.
Yeah, well, that makes sense. I also don't want to talk about it.
Yeah.
You know what I do want to talk about?
Burns and Allen.
Burns and Allen?
Yeah.
Is that all one word?
No, it's a show from the past.
What's that?
Burns and Allen.
What's that about?
It's a couple of funny people. And
I'd have to see
a
it.
weird show.
Who's it got? Burns?
George Burns and...
Marcus Allen?
No. The Allen person's a lady.
Oh, Deborah Allen.
Yeah, Deborah Allen. You got it. Yeah,
Oh my goodness, Tim! What a good morning it's been. It's been raining. It's been wheeling and dealing. So wait, you think there's more wheels than there are doors?
I don't know.
Well, we'll stop.
I think there are more wheels than doors. Yeah,
All right.
I feel like there are more wheels.
And I think I was the guy that was like, "There's more doors."
Yeah,
obviously.
I think. Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Anyway, time is of the essence, Tim. We have to do this podcast before it's too late. And if we're too late, this podcast, wow, it's gonna go three off the back of it. And now.
What the fuck?
What do you mean?
What the fuck?
Do you have anything?
There's a weird stain on our floor next to our refrigerator, and I don't know what it's from.
What color?
Like brownish.
Ooh. No one likes a brown
But
stain.
it's like definitely not from the animals. It's like definitely from something that like leaked and spilled. And I'm like, what is it?
Dude,
where did you come from?
Dude,
so I'm really concerned.
Speaking of animals, I've been watching a lot recently of like this guy who reviews like reptiles on, his name's Clint's Reptiles, if you ever want to check him out on YouTube. He just reviews like reptiles and how they'd be his pets and stuff. And I've just been like going ham on that shit, just watching all of them. I'm like, what if I got this?
Yeah.
What would happen if I mean, I don't plan on getting them anytime soon or anything like that. But he'll review the fucking most bonkers shit. He's like,
Really?
Is the king cobra the right pet reptile for you? And he goes, abso-fucking-lutely not, idiot. Here's what. But if you wanted one,
Here's why.
Here's what you got to do to take care of it.
Here's what it is.
And he just ranks them all.
That
and
sounds
stuff.
really interesting.
It's really fun. It's really good. I mean, you know, he's like, and it's funny because his scores never like really tell the whole story because he did the rattlesnake, right?
Right.
And turns out like it's like if a rattlesnake wasn't venomous or wasn't any of that stuff, right? It wouldn't be that, like, people would be having them left and right.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because they're not that hard to take care of and they're like pretty simple in terms of that. It's just, you know, a fucking rattlesnake.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it gets like a higher score than other reptiles, especially like venomous ones.
Right.
But the whole time he's like, don't fucking get one though.
Yeah.
Minus the cursing. He's not a cursor, but
Yeah.
he's not one of those guys.
No.
But also he'll do like other things. He'll do bugs and like mammals and fucking and fish because, you know, there's only so many reptiles. So he's like, well, let's branch out. Will this random thing make a good pet? Probably not. But let's talk about it.
Yeah. Yeah. That sounds really fun.
It is fun, and I've been watching them all. And now there's a shit ton of reptiles I just want to keep. Now I just want to keep a whole. I want a zoo.
I want to keep a whole.
And then some of them, dude, apparently like you can like do these fucking bonkers ass like enclosures for them where they're like bioactive and like clean themselves because you put like little isopods in there that like eat the decaying like like whenever they poop and stuff, that's what they eat, and they like put it back in the soil, and then you put plants in there, and it's like
cool.
it's like a whole thing in there.
Yeah.
That you can just do for like
little ecosystem.
little
guy.
ecosystem you can do for like reptiles, and he shows you how to do that stuff, and it's like, that's fucking dope.
That is cool.
Now I want to keep one of those, but I don't do anything. But I'll tell you what, man. There's some cool lizards out there. Not knowing anything, what lizard would you want to keep? And also, even if it's fine, like it would be like, even if you you had all the money and you could promise yourself that you'd be all right. You know what I mean? Which one would you keep, do you think? Or what animal? How about that? Even better.
What's that? Like, I know this is probably, like, for obvious reasons, not a good one to have, because it'd be sad. But
It's gonna be sad. Wait a minute.
you know those lizards in I don't know where they're at, but they can like fucking glide.
They can glide.
Those boys, those boys,
Like the
Draco. Is that a Draco? I don't know.
Are you talking about like fly? Like they can fly?
Yeah, basically.
I think they're flying lizards. Yeah. I'd have to. You'd have to.
Draco.
I don't know if he ever covered those that I've seen.
Malfoy.
I'd like to keep that blonde guy from Harry Potter.
I wish I had Draco Malfoy. Yeah, it is a Draco.
What is that?
A Draco is, they're known as flying lizards. Yeah, they glide around.
I don't know.
They got little like skin flaps. They open up. They look so cool.
I feel like I've seen him.
Look at this fucker. It's not really loading very well, but yeah.
Oh yeah, I've seen those.
So,
I've seen that on Planet Earth.
Yeah, so those are sick.
Those are pretty fucking cool.
That's dope. Like to have one of those.
That's good.
But I think I couldn't give them a space that they would enjoy.
Yeah, I would.
So I don't think it'd probably be a good pet.
I think he has a review of them. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
But I haven't
probably.
gotten that. He's done a lot of them, but like what I've noticed is like it is kind of okay to do that if you have the money and the means to give them that space.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? That he reviews them. He's like, just because it's not the best, it's just what's the best reptile for you. You take what I say and like what you have. If you have the money and you have the space, that is required to like keep them. I mean, it might be a lot, and it might be, but if it is doable with pretty much most of them.
Yeah.
Most reptiles at least. There's the argument with like people who are anti-zoo people, like against tigers and like other. I hear it. It's so quiet, but I hear it. You're pressing something down, aren't you?
Yeah.
That is so quiet and unnerving. I don't even know if the audience can hear it.
Maybe not.
But it's like, ooh, that one's just too quiet. That one's, ooh, I'm not. It makes my bones tingle. It gives my bones goosebumps. It went right. It skipped the skin, went right into my bones.
Get in the bone.
Get in the bone.
Get in the bone. Get inside that bone.
My brain to my marrow. Be like, get in the bone. But there's the argument against like tigers and like stuff like that. Because they're like more like roamers.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
they're roaming.
Like lizards, I don't feel like keeping them in like, because obviously there's an amount of space you need to give them. Like, and the bigger the space, the more enjoyable they are to watch and the more enjoyment they have. So you can give them a big space.
Right.
But even if it's not like the wild or anything, I don't think the lizards or anything care if they're getting all that food and they can like stretch their legs.
Right,
you know what I mean?
right.
They can go different places. But the reason why it's hard with like tigers and like lions and all these other animals is because they just fucking, all they do, like tigers, all they do is just fucking walk.
Yeah.
You know, they just
Yeah.
fucking walk until they're, you know what I mean? They have a giant territory, you know, and it's like you just can't give that to them unless it's like
No.
a giant sanctuary or something.
Right. Right.
You know, and I doubt even all of those can give them exactly what they need, but you know,
Yeah.
if they're
Do what you
injured or
can.
something. Yeah.
But yeah. I get that.
So
different.
that's what I think about the people who are anti-zoo.
That's what I think about that.
I didn't even mention that. I was just saying. Music. But I found that guy because like a few years ago, you remember when I was like, I should get an iguana.
Yeah, I do
Remember when I was
remember
like that? I was like, I kind of want an iguana. My dad got an iguana when he was in college, but it died real young somehow from not taking care of it or whatever happened. But I was like, that's kind of cool. My dad got an iguana.
Yeah,
So
that is
obviously
cool.
that is, and people have them.
Yeah.
And so that's how I found that guy. And he was like,
Don't have a
don't you dare.
Yeah.
Here's how you take care of an iguana. They'll fuck you up and they're mean.
Yeah. Okay.
And
Good to know.
sometimes, very rarely, you might have one that's nice, and
Yeah.
only sometimes.
Yeah.
And but most of them,
But-
they're not gonna like you very much.
Yeah.
And they hurt like a motherfucker,
Right.
and they're unpredictable.
Yeah.
So, for the most part. And so I saw that, and I went, "Oh, well, I don't want an iguana.
Yeah.
I don't want an iguana."
Yeah.
Which is
Probably
great.
don't want an iguana.
I'm glad that guy exists on the internet for that.
That is a good thing.
Yeah. Keeps people from getting stuff that they don't need. And then they go, oh, I can't handle this. Let me re-release it into the
Yeah, let me
wild.
just put it out here in the middle of Louisville.
Like people do. No, and
Yeah.
there's a whole reason why the Florida's fucked
Yep.
with reptiles. Because people go, this whole giant Burmese python, I can't handle it.
Yeah, I guess I'll just
Off you
let it
go.
go.
And then the Burmese python's like, this place is great.
All
This
right.
place is great. I'll make this place my bitch.
All right. Whoa.
I might be thousands upon thousands of miles of where I belong, but hey, man, I'll make this place work. It's the weirdest blowjob I've ever seen. All right. Yeah, I don't want to. Remember, we're not talking about sex.
We're not talking about sex. Fuck that.
We fucking hate sex
Fuck
on this
the
podcast.
sex.
What time are we at?
For
5 minutes?
57 minutes.
We're at 57 already?
Yeah.
Nice job, Tim.
You know what that means?
You didn't press anything there. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the end of the podcast. Thank you so much for paying attention and listening to the bullshit we spewed out, the chronic nonsense, if you will. And next time, if you want to listen to the Chronic Nonsense podcast, you can go to anywhere you listen to your podcast and go listen to us on God damn it. You can listen to us on the podcast, and we'll be right here every goddamn Monday for the foreseeable future. Thank you for listening to Chronic Nonsense, the podcast that makes you want to wonder why you are listening to podcasts in the first place. I'm coming right now into my boxers because I'm so horny for the Chronic Nonsense podcast.